In language teaching, we've relied on a linear path for so long, right? You just move from chapter one to chapter two. But what if that well worn path is actually holding our students back? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty fundamental shift in thinking, moving away from a course first model to a need first methodology. So, let me ask all the teachers watching this a quick question. Do your students really fit into those neat little boxes like beginner or intermediate? I mean, if you've ever had that nagging feeling that a placement test just doesn't tell the whole story, well, you're right. And you are definitely not alone. And that disconnect, it brings us right to the heart of what we can call the modern learner's dilemma. It's a new kind of student profile that our traditional methods are, frankly, struggling to keep up with. So who exactly is this student? We call them exposed learners. These are the students who've just soaked up the language passively, from YouTube, from music, maybe from some time spent abroad.
This profile is fascinating because it's so uneven. These exposed learners, they often understand a ton, and they can be super fluent when they're talking about things they know, but their skills are patchy. They might have incredible listening skills, but then have these really specific, almost random gaps in their grammar. It's all over the place. And here's the real problem. When you hand an exposed learner a standard textbook, you're basically forcing them to sit through lessons on stuff they already know while completely ignoring the specific gaps that are actually holding them back. So what is need first teaching, really? It's all about building the perfect lesson for that specific person sitting right in front of you. One lesson, one focus. I mean, just think about it. The modern brain is constantly bombarded with information. So when we try to cram grammar, new vocabulary, and speaking practice all into a single hour, we're just adding to that cognitive overload. And what happens? Nothing really sticks. This focus leads to a lesson flow that's so much cleaner and simpler. You start with a warm-up that's tied directly to your goal. Then you move into one single focused activity. And the beauty of this clarity is that students can actually feel themselves making measurable progress on that one specific skill. This is what depth over coverage really means in practice. So take a topic like clothing. Instead of just giving a long list of vocabulary, you explore it vertically. You can start with the basic words, shirt, pants. Then you move to interactions like shopping scenarios. Then to detailed descriptions of fabric or buttons. Then you get into evaluation using idioms like it's a ripoff. And finally, you can even get to abstract ideas like style and identity. That is how you build real mastery. This approach also completely changes the game for how teachers get and use materials. Instead of being locked into some subscription, you can just pick out a specific resource only when a student's need makes it relevant. This gives you the freedom to be so much more agile and responsive in your lesson planning. And here's another crucial point: variety. Teacher burnout is a very real thing, and let's be honest, doing the same kind of lesson over and over is just dreaming. This toolbox approach is built to keep things fresh and engaging, not just for the students, but for you too. That variety doesn't just keep the classroom energy high, it also means you can cater to all the different learning styles in your room. And this might be the most important part of all. This approach actually respects your professionalism as a teacher. So many of these materials are editable, giving you the freedom to tweak and adapt them so they perfectly fit your students and your own unique teaching style. Now, it's really important to say that this isn't about rejecting all other methods or throwing your textbooks in the trash. They definitely have their place. What this is about is precision. It's about supplementing what you already do and giving you the perfect tool for those specific moments when a one-size-fits-all approach just isn't going to cut it. We often think we need to change our entire curriculum to make a difference. But sometimes the biggest transformation comes from something much, much smaller. What if finding just the right tool for just the right moment could be the key to unlocking your students' next big breakthrough?